Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 48 of my gameplay series, No Man's Land. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to No Man's Land. So I'm up here at the store picking up our Primos. We'll drive it back. The Combine has harvested this field and is working on this one. You'll see it needs some lime and stuff, but we're not worried about that. Then we'll get the barley off of this one. I want to get the road fixed up, get a lot of stumps out of here, make some new fields today, do some of that stuff. So, yeah, let me look down my list here, make sure there's nothing I need to mention right away. There are some new stuff that's going to be on the map I'm going to add in and take a look at later. As far as, actually, one thing we should look at is our pig test that we have going on here. So, one pig when I put it in was 100 liters, so it's still going to be a little off, but at least that looks like it definitely changed some things. So it was 200 liters before. So we'll see what that equates to. And then we'll take a look a little bit further into that. Potato greenhouse, are you... Did I empty you recently? Okay, you're going to be emptied soon, but not yet. Okay. Back. Fermenting cells working. Oh, interesting. Okay. The level 80,000, 250,000, 94,000. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. All working well. Never mind. I was reading that wrong. I was reading that as the capacity, not the fill level. That's perfect. It's doing exactly what it needs to be doing. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to drive the Primos back in just a second. Let me see what else I have down here. Okay. So Andrew C. commented and said that when he does forestry, he likes to use... Where is it at? Oh, of course it's not in there. Where is it going to be? I guess we can go out here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, Liber. This guy. So he likes to use these guys for his forestry kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess there's a log fork. That's the tree harvester right there, looks like. So yeah, so I just download that so I can take a look at it. We might look into it. Maybe we try it out if we do forestry again. It's a lot cheaper for sure. So yeah, I appreciate that, Andrew. Let me know about that. And there was someone else who mentioned another mod that they are going to comment, hopefully, a link to it, because it sounds like it's going to be something that's not in the mod hub. So we'll take a look at that one when they comment that. But yeah, so we might end up looking at that. As far as everything else goes, I mean, I'm starting off pretty much right after I left off. Sheep are doing good, pigs are doing good. So this is slowly going down, but very, very, very slowly. This is going down. These are going down a lot faster than this is. I mean, it's gonna take us forever to get through all our sugar beets. So that might just be the last time we load up the sugar beets, and the sugar beets we have in the silo, we're probably just gonna sell those, I think, probably today. Cows are doing great. They're still producing milk. We're going to get some more cows at some point as well. Horses, those are our new horses. We just got those guys today. So, Ruby and Flipper. Chickens are going to be topped out here in a second. Roosters actually don't matter for anything. You don't need them for anything. So we're probably just going to sell the roosters off as well once we get to that point. There we go. They just don't matter. They just take food up. I was watching, I think it was at Clutch Simulations video on chickens. Take a look at that, because I'm going to do tutorials coming up. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to miss anything when I did my tutorial. So I usually try to do some research, which it makes sense, especially if it's not something super new. And I think I'm going to do a little bit more, some testing and some other stuff too, to find out a little bit more information that I want to have as well. But yeah, we'll get the Primos back and take a look around. Everything's going swell though. Ooh boy. Yep. I think this is the tractor that has to run the Primos. This is the one with the most horsepower. Yeah, where money's a little bit low. I mean, not really. 106,000. We wouldn't have called that super low at the beginning, but for us, I guess, with us getting used to having so much more, it's. Oh wow, look at the maintenance on this thing. Actually, we need to get this tractor repaired, and it's almost out of fuel. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. We're gonna do that first then, before we get to pelleting. The pelleter will be obviously fine because we just bought it, but it's nice. You don't have to worry about it. It's not a leased item or anything. And we do have the new garage in here. I haven't put anything in it, and I think we're going to do a little bit more changes around the house and do maybe a couple more upgrades and some changes around for some different stuff. Yeah, so we'll take a look at that later on. But yeah, you know, organize all this in here. It's definitely a little bit of a disaster right now, but that's so this is going to need needed over here. So let's do, geez, let's go drop off the pelleter. Yeah, I guess we can get it all set up. detach that. That'll be a much better solution for our straw. I was thinking, oh, we need straw bales, but we don't need straw bales. Actually, I'm thinking of, yeah, we got plenty of straw bales. I'm thinking of in Sandy Bay, where I do need some straw bales soon. But Sandy Bay is wrapping up this week, though, so repair that. 2166. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be expensive because this guy has the biggest engine, right? I mean, for 10 grand more, we get 5 horsepower. I'm probably not ever gonna make that upgrade because it's just not, to me, it's not worth it. So. Yep, sweet. Okay. And then we'll take this over and get some fuel. Can take a lot of fuel, probably. Eventually, we might get, like, there's a depth storage that I have available that we might get. I might put it over next to the fertilizer tank, but we'll kind of see. I do kind of like the flowers there, to be honest. 6041, let's see how much it ends up taking. I guess it's not. It's 5541, so is it 6041? So it took, oh shoot, what, 500 liters of fuel? That's pretty good. That's what, 125 gallons ish. I know it's not exactly, but approximately 4 liters to a gallon, I believe is the rough estimate there. But that's just what I'm going to go with in my head because that's easiest to deal with. Actually, let's get our combine going. And again, like I said, we're not going to plant anything in, let's do here, this field here, just because it's just not, we will if we need to, but I think since we're expanding this field out, and then this one, we probably go a little further, probably won't even bother with that side though, but we're going to expand this one out, so that'll be a big long field, and then have a big field over here. So that is what we are doing. Okay, let's hop over to combine. You got a lot of barley in there for sure. We may pick up like the small stuff that we can't get with, there's actually some straw that's loose in our silo that I didn't know we had, but it works for like horses and stuff. So we might actually grab some of it and grab some of the stuff we can't pellet, like that stuff that's on the end there. And there's actually more down here he missed, so we'll have to go grab that real quick. But yeah, anything we don't end up picking up with a pelleter. I mean, little bits that are in the rows I'm not going to worry about, but like that whole row is probably not going to be picked up. Or not going to be able to be pelleted, so those ones we're just going to pick up with the milling machine and we'll throw it in the silo, so no big deal. So yeah, I want to get those obviously those stumps out of the way so we can start working on expanding the fields, because I do want to do a little bit of that in this episode just so we can start getting our fields bigger. I want this one probably bigger before we end up what am I trying to say here, before we end up replanting this or doing anything else with this field. I want to expand this one out, so we'll get pelleting on that field, and then I'll probably still plow that field just so it's good to go. It's just sitting there, but then I won't do anything else with it probably after that. So that's just kind of the plan as it all sits. Yeah, hopefully you guys had a good 4th of July. I had a busy one for me. I was definitely stuck at work, so yeah. It was a busy 4th of July for us. I mean, everything was fine. We had a few fires, actually. We had, yeah, just when you have college kids trying to light off fireworks, it's not always the best combination if they're not the brightest bunch. So, anyhow, everyone was safe. We didn't have anyone seriously injured, at least by the time I left work, which is around midnight. So, there was other officers, obviously, that were working all night. But I was able to get out of there earlier, but later than I was expecting. So, regardless how you look at it, that was what it was. Oh, but anyhow, it all worked out. So today I want to tell that police story that I cut off on the last one. I said, I don't have enough time to tell it. So I'm going to tell that one today for sure. That will take a bit. Actually, maybe I'll just tell that here in a second. Let's get, I'm just going to leave it. It's like 334 liters. We'll just keep going. Oh, loop around behind that. We'll go out this way. We have a couple new subscriber contracts as well that I'll talk about. They're partially subscriber contracts, partially just, yeah, just ideas from other people that I've kind of evolved into a subscriber contract where I'll kind of give them credit for their idea, if that makes any sense at all. Hopefully it does. Oh, this combine is just a beast, an absolute beast. But yeah, so while this guy's harvesting, just so there's actually something going on the screen, that's what I like to do when I'm telling the stories, because I can't sometimes trying to tell a story and recall it all and tell it all correctly, and then trying to do something on screen is all hard to do that all at the same time. It's a lot of multitasking. I'm slowly getting better, but I'm not quite there yet. So this was one, I was out walking around on foot on Greek Row with another police officer, one of our police officers that we had. So she was with me, the other police officer, and we were walking around, and we see these two people, like these two guys, probably college age. One was a little bit older. So we see them, they're getting ready. It looks like they're getting ready to get in a fight. They're up in each other's faces yelling. So we walk over and say, hey, knock it off. They're like, okay. And they knocked it off. So sweet. We stopped the fight from happening. No big deal. But the one older looking guy had like an open alcohol container in his hand. He obviously wasn't under 21, so we weren't worried about like him being MIP or anything, which is minor in possession of alcohol. So we told him, hey, you know, you can't have open containers. So he dumped it out. He was cool. He's like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. And then about 15 minutes later, we see him across the street walking, same guy, and he's holding like a package of alcohol that he got from the store. And then he's got an open container in his hand. So he'd taken one out of the pack and was drinking that. And the officers with me shined her flashlight on him and goes, hey, we said no open containers. And so he said, F you, like the F word, and chucked that beer can across the street right at us. And it missed us by a couple feet because, well, he's very intoxicated. So we both ran across the street and tackled him because he just tried to assault us. And then we took him to jail. Yeah, he was a handful. So it does get better, though. So he's sitting in jail. And also, by the way, the next day, day shift took a call where that alcohol that he had actually had was stolen from the liquor store that was right in that area. So he'd actually stolen that. We just didn't know that at the time. So he got charged with that as well. So he got charged when we arrested him. We arrested him for attempted assault 3, which is an attempted assault on a police officer since he didn't actually hit us with the can, but he just tried to. So 2 counts of attempted assault 3 because he had tried to hit both of us. At least that was our assumption based on the fact that he threw it right at us after we contacted him. So we arrested him for that, which attempted assault 3 is only a misdemeanor. So anyhow, he's sitting in jail, and then later I go down there, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I went down there by myself to go talk to him, and he was chill, like he'd chilled out a little bit. He was still very intoxicated, but this is like several hours later. I go down there to process him so I can release him, because since he's only committed the misdemeanor, I didn't see any sense in transporting him all the way to our county jail, which is a 20-minute drive away. So I was like, okay, I can just, you know, kick him loose here. So I start fingerprinting and photographing him. He's totally fine. He fingerprints, photographs, no problem, does all that stuff, listens to me, and I sit him down, and he goes and sits down in the chair across like a counter, and I'm behind the counter. It's not a very tall counter. And then I set down the fingerprint card in front of him and said, all right, you know, I just need a signature from you. And then he points his finger, he swipes, like really aggressively swipes the papers off of the counter onto the ground, and then points his finger at me and goes, you're gonna regret this. And I'm like, great, thinking in my head. And so I instinctively, when he pointed his finger at me, since he was probably 8 inches from my face when he pointed it, I grabbed onto his hand and I said, you need to calm down. And then he stood up from his chair and kind of started to get closer to my face, like real quick. So I shoved him back with 2 hands and he fell back in the chair. And then I started to work my way around the counter to go deal with him. And he stands up, picks up the chair he was in, and flings it across the holding facility right at me. And it bounces off a pillar. And thankfully doesn't hit me, but so then I go around, and he threw the chair so hard that he slipped because he was wearing socks because he can't have shoes in our holding facility. I mean, I had shoes on, but he can't because he's a prisoner. So he he falls backwards because he has his socks on, and then cracks his head open on our cement floor in the holding facility, and then stands back up and then just looks at me and then, you know, postures like has, you know, closed fists like he's getting ready to fight me. So I run at him and I grab onto his chest, and then I slam him into a wall, and then I'm able to throw him on the ground after that, but then he's not letting go of me. But since we're in the station and the records receptionist is watching all this happen, she's already called and advised all the other officers in the station to come down and help me. So I'm just sitting there on the ground and I can't get him to let go of me, so I just sit there and wait because he's drunk, he's not moving, there's blood everywhere from his head. But so I'm just waiting there because I'm like, I know the cavalry's coming, and sure enough, I hear dun, 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 as officers are running down the stairs from the upstairs portion where the report room and everything is. And then all of a sudden, like 10 officers run. I mean, it wasn't 10, maybe like 7 or 8, but it was, I mean, a lot. Ran in to help me, and then we were able to get him taken care of after that. So after that, he went to the hospital, and then after he got released from the hospital, then he went to the county jail with assault 3 charges, actual assault 3 charges. As well. So yeah, he got a couple attempted assault 3s and then a couple of assault 3s. So it was a good arrest. It was all him being aggressive towards us. If he literally just done nothing or just complied, it would have only been the theft for the alcohol. But oh yeah, he was an interesting fellow there. That was a pretty good one. That was a bad week for me. That week I got assaulted I think 3 or 4 times at work. So that was not a good week for me. But anyhow, all right. So he's full. I'm gonna get him emptied out. I'm going to start pelleting. You guys have seen me pellet before, so I'm just going to start pelleting away, getting that stuff taken care of. And yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. Then I'll hopefully start getting some of the stuff taken care of around the farm. But yep, that's what I got going on. I will bring you guys back in a little bit. All right, folks, we got the barley harvest done and all the pellets done. It's been over an hour since I last saw you guys, so I got quite a few things done. I did some organizing. Yeah, we'll talk about everything here in just a second. Let me get this put into the silo so I can see how much total straw pellets we got. Got a decent amount. We also got quite a bit of barley too, so I'm excited about that. All right, let's get this guy pulled over here, and we'll get that unloaded. So one of the new subscriber contracts we got is from Red Turbo 66. He kind of gave me the idea. He said that the brewery needs some barley and some wheat, so we're going to give them 20,000 liters of barley and wheat, and they're going to pay us just 10% above whatever their price is there, just because they need it sooner rather than later. So we are going to plant wheat, I think, and if we go into here, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to plant, once we get this thing extended out, I think we're going to plant wheat in both of these fields for the next round of crop, and then we can always sell the extra or whatever the case may be. But so this field's, let's go over to, because I think there needs to be, yeah, this guy is going to need lime. I'm not going to worry about that yet, because when we expand it out, it's going to need more lime. So yeah, so this field here that's been plowed that you can't see, it's been plowed, so it's just going to sit there and wait. This field's done, just don't need to do anything. Actually, just need to plant and fertilize and do stuff like that to it. This one's going to need lime, so we're going to extend this one out. Got the bio belt sitting out there, and this guy's sitting out there with the plow on it, so I'm going to grab a tractor here in just a bit to go out there and take care of that. But if we go into the menu here, go over to barley, we got 62,415 liters, so we have plenty to keep for the animals and plenty to fulfill that subscriber contract. And then if we move down along the way here, we're just going to sell those sugar beets, I think is what we're going to do with them. Oh, we also need to sell sugar cane. We haven't done that, so we do have some decent money sitting around. We're probably going to wait till we get a better price. I like to get like 280 or above, so I'll probably hold off on that for now. And then if we keep moving down the line here, we get over to silage is fine. We use that for making TMR, so we're not gonna worry about that. So yeah, we do have some grass in here I need to put in the fermenter. I just need to put it in there. Actually, we can do that probably real quick. And then I have some straw sitting in there. I'm gonna leave that in there. We use it for horses. You can put straw bales in there too, but it's just easier for them to put loose straw, I think. Digestate and everything like that. Down here, straw pellets, 64,000 liters of straw pellets. So did we get actually, yeah, we got more straw pellets than we did barley off the field, which is hilarious because it's worth, this stuff is definitely worth more, which those actually look like really low prices for straw pellets. If I pallet sell point, those look like really low prices. Because weren't we getting like 1,000? Yeah, because those prices are way off too. Make sure our economy is still normal. Yeah, okay. That's kind of strange. I wonder if that was like an update or something where they're worth less now. I mean, regardless, we're still going to make good money. I mean, those ones are still going up. Where is that actually at? Let's go on the map here. Oh, okay, that is just the actual main sell point. That one's got a great demand. What's the great demand for, if we can find? For potatoes, which we do technically actually have some. We could sell our potatoes off for that price there. That wouldn't be half bad if we wanted to do that. Yeah, we could sell some stuff. So we have plenty of stuff that we need to get sold off and taken care of. Yeah, okay, hop out of that. Let's get, there we go. Let's get the grass put in the fermenter over there. And then I actually want to show you how I park some of the different stuff and how I organize some of the stuff around. And there was an update to the deco pack, so it looks like it actually got rid of the dock, so we'll work on fixing that. It might just be that it's in there and it's updated, and we just have to replace it, which wouldn't be a big deal, but we'll look at that in a little bit here. Let's get this guy, go over to, and there we go. We'll need to make it in 2 trips, so that's okay. We can get that taken care of pretty quickly. Yeah, if we put that in there, get the wheat, I hate it when it does that. Get the wheat put out into all the fields to get that taken care of. So I want to extend this one out. So this one I'm probably going to get, well, I'm thinking about doing, we'll see how much silage is over in the actual fermenter to see if we can't haul a load maybe to the biogas plant. And then I want to get a few loads of digestate. Well, I can probably just do regular fertilizer for now and then do the digestate later. So I'll probably just go ahead and plant it and then we can throw out just regular layers of fertilizer as we go. But let's get this dumped into here. So I parked one of the trailers back there. You can see on the upper left-hand side. I'm probably gonna park the animal trailer next to that one there. After I get rid of those stumps is what my plan is. Right now the animal trailer is parked over by, how much we got in there? Is parked over by the chickens. 104,000 liters. Oh yeah, so we have at least, we can take 2 loads of silage down. Plus I think we have a bunch of manure, like a full load and a half of manure, and then I think like 40 some odd thousand liters of slurry that I've hauled down there as well. So we can put all that in. Let's go get the rest of the grass out of the silo first though. And then I'll get this guy hauling that down while I show you guys I'll use auto drive to have them deliver it down there. And then I will show you guys all where everything's parked. Perfect. Another thing too, I did have to, since I was going to go use use the Primos, I had to buy, which I totally forgot that I needed. So I had to buy molasses and fill it up with water and molasses because we don't have the manual, or we have the manual load, we don't have the automatic. So I did have to buy 4 pallets of molasses. It was delivered by Farmer Cop Supply, and I have kind of an ongoing order of stuff I'm thinking about buying for them. I have 12 pallets of twine for the baler written down because the baler eats it up like crazy. It ate up the 2 pallets I had, and it still is not quite full yet. So it eats it up relatively quickly, and then probably 2 pallets of saplings and maybe 4 more pallets of molasses I think will do well for us. And this is where I'm going to keep the header. I think it just works out a little bit better there. We'll see though. It's kind of frustrating to get back into here to everything, but I think we can work around it. So we'll see if I end up keeping it there or not. But yeah, we'll get that unloaded there. And we'll get this guy loaded up with some silage, which would be awesome to get that sold off. So we should get some good money from silage tonight. I'm really thinking about selling the potatoes, to be honest with you, just because I think that's a good chunk of cash for them, even though we don't have a ton of them. I just don't know if are we ever gonna do potatoes again though, because it's like we could use those as seeds. So maybe I'll hold on to them just for now, just because we're not going to get so much money that I think it's over the top. So we may end up doing potatoes later. I don't know. It just kind of depends. Yeah, it's good. We got lots of silage in there. It's good that thing's producing faster and has higher capacity. So essentially it can keep up with the grass field, though I think what we're going to do, I think the next time when we mow this, I think we're going to do hay pellets on it. And then eventually after we get the weed off of these 2 fields, I want to do maybe a silage harvest off of this field and then do something else on that field. Do we have any soy? We don't. Okay, so we did sell it all last time. Okay. Yeah, we can do any number of different things. So we're making pretty good money off of pellets, or we will end up making quite a bit off of the pellets, which is awesome for us. So we get this guy set to go to BGA unload. All right, hop out of you head there. So over here I rearranged some stuff. I rearranged just kind of everything. So this is where our kind of sprayer is at. This is our solid fertilizer lime spreader. Milling machines in here, mowers, same spots. I have an open lane here, which can be for tractors or whatever. I put the tree planter behind this, so I have all the planters kind of over in this corner, but this one gets used the least amount. So I put it back there, and then I have our row crop planter, and then I have our seed drill there. And then if we move on down here, header, our silage harvester. I put the combine in here. I put the corn header behind it again, just because that seemed like a good spot. Then I have our balers in here because I can keep molasses and twine back here on the back wall, so that way there's room and maybe twine in between here. Just because it just seems like that works out really well for that. Over here, I put the tedder kind of under the roof here, and then I'll put the plow right here. We're out using it right now. The windrower, same spot. The straw blower, same spot. These two I moved into here next to each other, so we have another open bay here, and we could put something out here if we needed to. Trailers, we may end up selling these guys at some point. If we can use the sugar, I'm going to test it. If we can use the sugarcane trailer, because it does hold chaff, if we can use that for our when we do like our silage harvest, when we do our corn chopping, then we'll use that trailer instead, and then we'll sell those two off because we won't need them, because we can use that to dump into a bigger trailer. And then I have the other spreaders and stuff. And again, I mentioned back here, we're going to put the animal hauler as well next to the other one. So our Johnson trailers will be back here, just because those ones are pretty easy to back up. They're not too difficult. Fermenter is noisy. How much we got? 141 and 60. Sweet. So yeah, we're getting our load of silage off tonight. And then, actually speaking of that, they have reached their destination. So we can hop over to here, or right there. And we can drive up here, unload this bad boy. And we have a lot of, we probably have a lot of digestate in here. So actually what I want to do, because I installed it, we'll do it real quick. after I get this guy running back to the farm. Now, I haven't added any of the stuff I'm going to add yet, so you shouldn't see anything new or crazy. That's right, we tagged that spot. I can untag that later. It's not a big deal. And this thing goes through it because we're on 1 times and it's already cooking through that silage pretty fast. So we'll go farm delivery point and start you up. Should be able to get going on that. Oh, we're stuck here. There we go. Okay, yeah. So what I want to add, if we go into under miscellaneous, it might be under miscellaneous. I think it is under miscellaneous. It's the silo displays that I was using. What's that? Def storage. Ooh. Kind of want to add that in while we're in here too. We'll go back and look at that in a second. Let's find the silo displays, past the lights. Maybe they're not in here, but I thought they were. Yep, there they are. Okay, so a couple of these we'll put in. So the first one right here, just so as we drive up, we can see kind of where it's sitting at. Maybe like that. I put that in backwards. I seriously did, didn't I? Okay, well, let's put in the correct way, one in here, and then I'll sell that later. Okay, so we'll put in, I can't believe I did that. Okay, yeah, it's pretty obvious that's the way it should have gone, but there we go. 88,000 liters of here, and it's obviously climbing up as the silage is getting processed. Perfect, and then I want to build another one, actually, if we go out to our farm here. And I know you guys are going to vote on this road. I am recording this ahead of time, so I haven't heard anything back from you guys yet because that episode hasn't come out yet. So I will wait to hear back before before I do anything there. This, I'm not sure all of what it's going to pick up. It's probably going to pick up a couple of different things. And the reason I like this is because, oh good, it's just doing the one thing. Because in here, if we go into the menu, the digestate number that's over here is the total between all of the places when we have digestate at. So it'll be this one and the other one. Oh, let's go back into miscellaneous. I wanted to add that def storage, I think, as well. Okay, yeah, perfect. This guy's not too bad. I could do it back there. I'm thinking though about, all right, loop all the way around. Yeah, I think right there is a good spot for it. Let's make sure it's not gonna, perfect. A little bit of landscaping it does, but that's no big deal. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. I'm assuming one of these is a load and one's an unload, but yeah, so maybe I'll also add that is, I don't know, maybe 8 pallets of def fluid from Farmer Cop Supply Co. on our next order, but I think that's everything that I wanted to add in here. Let me go back down. Nothing else that's nifty that we need to add? No, I don't think so. Okay. We're gonna go into decoration and there's gonna be some stuff you can't see, so I'll bring you back in once we get to where you can see the stuff. All right, so here we're back over here. So there, yeah, there's the dock. So I think the dock is just different now. And yeah, I know I put it in backwards last time. Someone commented, I can't remember who, but I just forget about it. So these two are from Xbox Grandpa. He provided these both to me. I think one of them is, that's a different one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So this is the one from Kyle. But Xbox Grandpa provided me these two because he heard I wanted a fire pit, so I got all sorts of fire pits now that I can choose from, which is awesome. So I just wanted to say thank you to Xbox Grandpa. I'm not gonna like sit here and advertise for other channels or talk about other channels and be like, oh, you should go watch this person or this person or this person. That's not how I normally do it. I will occasionally give shout outs to channels or something like that. Xbox Grandpa has never asked for a shout out or anything like that. He's been on the Farmer Cop community for a while. So if you're interested in, he does American Truck Simulator videos as well as Farming Simulator 19 videos. He's pretty laid back, pretty chill. I'm not going to say, oh, go subscribe and, you know, blah, blah, watch all of his stuff. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say if you're looking for something else to watch, you might want to give him a go. Just kind of watch one of his videos, see if you like it. If you don't like it, no big deal. But if you do, then there you go. There's another video for you to watch. So just something to note. I think I'm torn between those two, but we do need to add our dock back in. Am I going to do it backwards again? You better believe it, because that's what we're doing here. I want it to fit where it did last time. Okay. Yeah, just right there is kind of how I had it. How much is that going to cost me? $500. Perfect. Yeah, I know it's backwards. Just ignore it. It's fine. That's how I want my dock. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else I want to add in here. I don't know. Well, anyhow, I think that's good for now. So, all right. Well, we got that taken care of. Let me go back into the menu here. I'm sure our... Yep, there he is. Oh, not you even. This guy here. I'm going to get another load of silage out to the BGA, and then I'm not sure what we're going to do after that. I might not bring you back in until the morning. Just kind of depends on what I get done and what happens. So I will see you guys at some point in the future, whether that is in the morning or sometime this evening. Ideally this evening, I would get that field extended and get wheat planted in both our fields so it can grow overnight as well, just because that seems like it makes more sense for us. So I mean, we still may not be harvesting tomorrow, but yeah, it just makes more sense to try to do it that way. So that's my goal right now. Whether or not I actually accomplish that, that's kind of up in the air, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so I did get a load of silage shipped off to the BGA. Oh, I got this field planted. As you can see, this field is now much larger. So I did miss apparently one stump when I was clearing stumps, so we'll go out and hit that, and I'll show you kind of the field. I almost doubled it in size, so it's pretty sweet. And I took the landscape tool and I flattened out the little hill before I built it. It's still a little rough over here. See if that makes it a little easier to see. As you see, it's still a little rough over here, but I tried to smooth it out as best I can. Like there's a big dip there you can see, but I did a little bit of work on it to make it a little bit better. Actually, the stump is now off the field because I landscaped the very edge just to make it all straight and nice and tidy. So we'll get this taken care of real quick. Sorry, I knew I said I wasn't going to bring you guys back until the morning, but I wanted to show you the field where I get it planted just to show you the huge, just the crazy increase in. Come on, you can get that piece. You can get it. There we go. Because if you look, like that's the line where the field was before. Is that blue line? So that blue line worked out really well. But this guy is going to go ahead and get this baby all limed up. Which actually I need to add that. We need to get another order, or we need to get a bunch more lime. We need to add that to our order from Farmer Cop Supply Co. All right, add that to the list here. Probably a lot of lime. I'll put just a lot down. Okay, they'll work on that because I think we only have. Let's take a look here. Do a little bit of inventory. Okay, so barley, we're gonna sell 20,000 liters as part of the subscriber contract, and we'll keep the rest for animals. We are going to sell our sugar beets off, which that is always going to be the best price, it looks like. So I should actually just take those down to the BGA tonight. Maybe I'll get a truck going on that here in a second. Sugar cane, we need to sell that eventually. We're going to wait till we get a little bit better price. Seeds, we're doing fine on. I'm not going to order any more seeds. TMR, okay, fertilizers, liquid and solid, we're pretty good on, so I'm not worried about that. What about herbicide? Herbicide, we could use maybe a little bit. Maybe I'll just put 4 pallets down, 4 pallets herbicide. We'll just stock up on everything, I think, just to make a big order, so we don't have to worry about that stuff for a while. Then obviously we have straw pellets to sell, which we're gonna, that one's going up. When that tops out, we're probably gonna sell those off. And then, yeah, that's everything we got going on there, so you're gonna be out in just a second, but that's hop over to this guy, drive him back up, and then after this gets limed, I'll get it planted with wheat as well. We're gonna get a decent wheat harvest, and then I think next time we'll do corn on this field, and then that field we're gonna try to extend next time. So I didn't extend this one yet, but we're gonna fix that edge and extend this one out before we do the next harvest, because then it'll give us time to get it all kind of smooth and whatever we want to get done with it. I don't mind having the kind of little bit of a roll in the fields. I think that's kind of a nice feature. I actually kind of think it adds to it quite a bit, and our machinery is powerful enough to pull what we have over it. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, I don't really have a spot for this guy because I didn't really plan about this guy. We'll just set you in here for now. You get your own bay. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go grab a trailer, and we'll get those sugar beets off to the BGA, because that'll give us a little bit extra cash. We're going to get a lot from the BGA, quite honestly, tonight. So yeah, we're going to get quite a bit from them between just everything, because we did manure, slurry, A couple loads of silage. Well, it's probably not going to be as much as I think it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be over 100,000, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I know our money doesn't look like it's that high right now, but honestly, we have a lot of stuff in storage to sell, so we're honestly doing a-okay. So let's get this guy pulled up to here. Nope. There we go. Get those guys loaded up, which I know they would never go on one of these in real life. It just wouldn't work. But hey, it worked for us, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll get this loaded up, and then the next episode of Low-Man's Land after this you're gonna see is gonna be the live stream. I'm very excited to do that. So I did have training scheduled at like the time I was planning to do the live stream, but I was able to get work to move it, so I do training at 4 p.m. now. So I'm doing the live stream at 2 p.m., which I don't expect the live stream to go longer than an hour or an hour and a half at the most, which I need to get rid of that tagged place. I keep forgetting to do that. Let's get this guy going. Go there. Start, and then we're gonna jump over to this guy. Okay, we can get this guy probably planting, so that's gonna have, let's have one. Okay, perfect. We can probably get this guy planting on the side that's already limed here. I'm sure he's not going to catch up before we get that done. I had filled this up with wheat before I did that field and fertilizer, so it actually ate up quite a bit of the seed and stuff. But it should still have more than enough to get this field done, hopefully. All right, to get this guy set. All right, and then I should be able to tab over to, and nope, there we go. Okay. Go fill this guy up with lime, but I'll get that limed up, and I probably won't bring you back in until the morning. I'll let you know what we get from the BGA. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the... Oh, actually, one more thing while you're here. So, when I originally placed the wool storage, it was further up. I didn't move it. The game actually glitched, and I lost everything, but I didn't lose the recording, so I just had to do a couple of things, like sell the horses and stuff, if you remember that. So, I moved it back a little bit. I know it's sitting a little bit in the pen, but it got a little bit more out of the way. And I know it's not maybe the smoothest, but I'm okay with it. What is this in here? That just... Is that the wool from the pallet? That's interesting. But on here it says stored objects 2. Object size 1,000 liters each, so it holds 110. So total liters in here is 2,000. So as we get these guys, I just shoved off because they're all full and it was giving me an error message. So as we get them full, we're going to just throw them in there. Probably wait till we just fill that thing up, because once this thing's full, then we can just make a boatload of cash, because that would be... I mean, what does wool go for normally? Let's move over to here. Look for wool. It's back here. So yeah, $1,200 essentially, times 110. Yeah, we'll be doing all right. That'll be like $120,000, $130,000, depending on what price we actually get in the end. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that field limed. I'll get some more stuff taken care of, and I will see you guys likely in the morning. No promises, but likely in the morning. So yep, that's what I got for you. Good morning, folks. So here we are, and actually I'm seeing a great demand on the map. I have to go look at what that is. For potatoes. Sweet. So actually we could sell our potatoes, but that's right. I think that was the same great demand we had yesterday. So while we're in here, we can look at a couple things. We're probably going to sell that barley today, that 20,000 liters. Sugarcane, I'm going to wait and see where that tops out. I'm hoping that tops out in the 280-ish range. If that does, we'll go ahead and sell sugarcane. I think we're going to go ahead and sell off the straw pellets at the pallet sell point for the 850. I think that's what we're going to get for now, at least. I think that's a good price for them, at least for now. I think when they updated the DLC, I think they lowered these prices. I think it's all connecting to me since I last sold pellets. I think that when they updated it, they lowered the prices of the loose product, but the pallets are worth that other price, the more expensive one. So it kind of gives you an incentive to use the pallets. So I think that's what happened. The Farmer Cop supply truck showed up. Just so you know, I kind of did some different stuff. So I got 6 pallets of twine, 2 pallets of saplings, 4 pallets of molasses, 4 pallets of def, which that was expensive, so was the twine, and then 4 pallets of herbicide in the back here. We do need lime. We're completely out of lime. I used almost all of it. I think we have 200 liters sitting in the tank of the fertilizer spreader over there. So we do need that. I'm going to have them bring just a whole trailer full. So I don't have the cost for that yet, but for the stuff that's on this trailer right here was about $40,000. So, yeah, it cost us a little bit of money. There's a couple things I want to mention as well. So I got wheat planted in all of our fields here. They're totally weeded up. I also put lime down on this field and put the first fertilizer state. So I need to go put another fertilizer state here in a second. Let's turn everything back on. Let's jump over to this guy. This also needs in our fertilizer state. So since he's geared up to do fertilizer, I'm going to go ahead and hire him to do that first. So he's going to fertilize this. This whole field, again, this is wheat, and then we'll fix up that and do that stuff in a bit. I need to add in our fertilizer layer to that, and then we will take care of the weeds on these guys. And this guy has some weird thing. I don't know what's up with that. So he probably won't have to get that whole thing. And there's a little strip of lime here. It just wasn't worth driving down and getting, you know, wasting lime doing that. And I didn't really care that much. So that's what I did there. Sheep need to be cleaned up a bit. Pigs need to be cared for a bit. These guys are maxed out. We're going to sell the roosters as well today. So we'll get that taken care of. Cows are doing good. I mean, they just need, everything just needs to be cleaned up. So I accepted a couple more subscriber contracts. So we're probably going to sell off these horses a little bit early, maybe after another couple days. Like maybe we're going to get to the $25,000 point because, excuse me, we are going to do a contract for Clark Bar 86 where he needs 2 horses, 1 Pinto and 1 Bay. And he's going to pay us $80,000 each to get those babies trained up. So I want to get them started right away and get that going. Well, actually, we could also add another horse pen in somewhere. That might be another thing we look at doing too, just to kind of multiply that income a little bit. Another subscriber contract we have is from Mr. Ting. So Mr. Ting is saying that in England they need the royal Christmas tree, so he's hired us to do that. So let me bring that up for you real quick. So this is what he sent me in the mail. So dear Farmer Cop, your trees have been seen by none other than Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth of England. The royal Christmas tree contract is currently open for offers from all around the world. We would like you to send us your finest tree, complete with all branches intact. For this, the estate will pay £6,000. We will send you a royal cargo plane to collect the tree at your leisure, which is good that we got an airport now, because otherwise that would be kind of an issue. But so we're going to get that taken care of at some point. We're probably just going to go out. We're going to have to go find a good tree somewhere sitting around. We might even use one of our nice big trees that we have, like go pick one out of around our lake or something like that. And I figured out, I did the math. So 6,000 pounds in US dollars is 7,569. At least that's today's conversion rate. Who knows, if you're watching this 10 years from now, probably not going to be the right conversion rate. So it could be a little bit different. So essentially what I got going on is I'm going to get this, and again, get everything fertilized, get this another state on here, the sugar cane, which should be, it is growing, right? Okay, good. Yeah, so sugarcane's going up again, which is awesome. I'm enjoying doing the sugarcane, quite honestly. So let's hop over to this guy. We are going to load up the pellets, I think, first, and we'll get those sold off here. Yep, I think that's what we'll do, and then we'll get the truck unloaded and get that all taken care of and get the delivery of lime, and I'll let you guys know how much the lime costs us, but I think we should be sitting good. Oh, did I mention this, how much we got from the BGA? We got $127,000 last night from the BGA, so that's why the money jumped up, which you knew that was going to happen. Since we talked about all the BGA stuff and we got the sugar beets out and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy auto driving down to probably town entrance. That'll get him close enough. So yeah, and I got some of the comments from you guys from the previous episode, because I recorded the first half of this, and then what I'm doing in this take right now is all on a different day than what I originally had been doing. So this is all a little bit different. So what we're going to do with saplings, and then this was, gosh, who commented this? I have a note. I have it written down somewhere. Let me find it real quick, because it was a genius idea. Like I read it and I was like blown away. I mean, it's not like it's super advanced or anything like that, but a genius idea. And by the way, so far we have about 6 votes yes for the highway and no votes no, so we're probably gonna get the highway built. A couple of you talked about a roundabout at certain points, which I think it's brilliant. We're gonna do that for sure. So, oh yeah, Alec commented saying we should, in the small field here, we should plant trees, because I do want to do more trees. And this is literally perfect. This little section here, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So yeah, I think we're going to plant some trees there today, and that's probably the thumbnail, so you probably know it's going to happen. And I didn't know that was going to happen until just now, because I just got that comment before I finished it out. But I think that's just brilliant. I'm just over the edge happy about that. So we'll get that taken care of. Actually, let's grab the big bag handler real quick. Oh, actually, let's go sell our straw pellets since they're already there. Hopping him. So this is where he goes for that waypoint there, because we're going to the pellet sell point over here, and then we'll get him driving back so we can get him to go pick up the rest of the straw pellets that we have. Even with the lower price on pellets, we're still going to make a lot of money, especially now that we own the Primos and we don't have to lease it, because I mean, we're looking probably, you're looking at probably every time we do all of our fields probably about $20,000. So after we do it, I mean, I know it's a lot of times doing it, but after a while it'll be nice, especially when we're doing hay pellets and stuff like that. So eventually I do want to get the palleting hall, the hall that does all the pallets of them and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll eventually get that going at some point. That's pretty expensive, but again, we're making progress. Oh, other thing. So, we got 38,000 from that. The other thing we need to do today is we need to pay off another 10 grand off of our, gosh, I can't find the sticky note now. All my sticky notes are everywhere. There it is. So if we pay off another $10,000 off of the Massey, we owe $220 on it. So we'll go F11 here. We'll go over to here. I have super strength on because I was loading and unloading the pallets. Well, I'm going to unload them in a second, but I was loading the pallets onto the truck. There we go. Minus 10,000. We paid that off there. 48,920 for other. Huh, I don't know where that must have been, just lag from it, because it's not like we lost any money there. That must have been from all the stuff I bought in the store and it just showed up or something like that. I don't know. Let's go to, nope, not that one. That one will work. Get you going there. Let's hop back over to let's go visit that, because we'll get us in this truck here. We're just gonna move this out of the way for a second. I'm gonna get it unloaded in a second. They're gonna use the telehandler in a second to unload it. At least that's what I'm gonna say. Actually, I probably could unload it pretty fast with the telehandler. I just want to move it out of the way so when the tractor gets over here, he'll be able to get in. So let's get this guy and let's go move the pallets of wool, and I'll kind of show you how our wool storage works, since it's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty happy about that, Found One. Pretty excited about that. So that was a great idea. I normally don't use those. I know someone commented saying we should get one for the bales, which that's not a bad idea. But for right now, I'm kind of enjoying fighting with the bales over there and getting that taken care of. So I'm going to keep what we have going on right now, but eventually I will probably end up doing that at some point. Oop, let's get to there. There we go. Now we're on this guy. All right, stoop, lift you up a little bit. I'm pretty glad we bought a telehandler as well. Oh, and there's also a weight. Xbox Grandpa geez, I can't talk, commented saying there is a weight for the back of this that's designed for the telehandlers. There's also, I think someone else commented that there is a telehandler that is designed to take weights, or there's an adapter to do it on the back of here, I think is what they said, maybe. But so I think we'll get that weight downloaded, because I think that'll be nice. Perfect. And that's what happens. They go in there and they're stored in there, which is great. We'll get these ones put in as well since we're here. Wonder if I can get all 4 of them. Nope, just 2 at a time. That's fine. Won't matter that much. Perfect. See, very easy to just get them stored out of the way. They're going to be nicely and neatly stacked in there, and we just don't have to really concern ourselves with them. Yeah, it wasn't the best way to grab them, but we got them. Yeah, they just pop in there, and then we can get them out when we need them. So, great. If we, oop, now we're having issues, of course. There we go. Oh, is it just past that? Oh, okay, so I thought that must be the unload point is what that is, and the load point is further back. So now if we hop out and look over here, we have 8 pallets stored, 8,000 liters total, and we can go up to 110. So it'll be a while before we end up selling wool again. We're probably going to get that thing pretty much full before we sell it. So let's go get this guy parked over at the bale barn. There we go. Using words in English is not my strong suit always. Yeah, there's a lot of weeds in that field there. We're definitely going to get those babies killed off. That is the problem with letting them grow overnight, is you do get weeds that you just, yeah, they come really quick and you can't get them early on. So that is the one thing with having them grow overnight. But my guess would be we're harvesting wheat at some point tonight. Whether or not that's in this episode or not, it probably won't be, but we will get that harvested. Park that guy in there. I'm gonna get, oh, actually, let's get the straw pellets loaded up again since he's here. All right. All right, drive this guy over here. There we go. Oop, don't drive past it. Yeah, that'll be nice to get all this stuff out and get all the sugar cane out. Once again, that tops out. So hopefully we can get that done today. I'm sure we will be able to. And I'm sure it'll be maxed out today. So there, that's taken care of. Over down here to sugar cane. Yeah, so that's going up slowly. Hopefully we get a good price. Maybe it'll go up to like 300 bucks. That'd be awesome if we got that much for that. Yeah, that'd be a lot of money. That'd be really helpful for us. So I have the tree planter here, so I'll bring you guys back in when I get ready to plant the trees and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get this stuff sold off. There we go. And then, yeah. So I'll get that stuff sold off. I'll get trees loaded up and everything like that. And I'll bring you guys back in a bit, and I'll let you guys know how much we get for that load there. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit when we're getting ready to plant some trees. All right, folks, welcome back. So first off to note, we've got everything fertilized, no weeds. Just that guy needs plowing, which I know. And let's make sure nothing needs lime, right? Yep, okay, perfect. So everything is taken care of as far as that goes. So we're gonna go ahead and get some trees planted in here. So yeah, fantastic idea to get trees in here. I like that a lot. Really good idea, quite honestly. So yeah, I don't know how far apart we'll have them. We'll probably have them pretty close, I think. I want to get all 40 in here if I can, because we got 40. I mean, which we should be able to do. We'll see how many we can get in a row here, and then we'll kind of go from there. So X is 5 there, 5. We can get 10 in a row, and we can probably spread them out a little bit more than I'm thinking. But I'm guessing we're not going to get quite 10 in a row. Another one there. 2 more? Oh, maybe we will, actually. Oh, we probably can get... Well, let's see. Does he get it by there? Okay, just plants it there, so... Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll be good then. So if we do 4 rows of trees in here, that would be awesome. Let's get this probably about... Oop, a little bit of lag there. Back this guy up right here. Okay, maybe not. Gonna drive me crazy. Plant the tree. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay. I don't want to get it to plant back here, but it's probably gonna, as soon as I do that, it's probably gonna plant it. Weird. Is it too close to those trees? That might be the issue actually. If it's too close. Oh, that would really limit us a little bit on here. That's okay. If that ends up happening, that'll be fine. See here if we can't go about that far away over here. Maybe a little bit more further. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I guess that is actually a legit issue that it has is yet to be so far away. Sweet. Okay, well, we're getting that going then. We still, we may not be able to do all 40 of them on here, but at least do 30, obviously. I mean, we can get these 10 in for this row, and then we probably do another row. Yeah, I think because the next row after that might be off the field a little bit, which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. We'll just kind of have to see what happens, but we might be able to get them all in. Jeez, I don't know what my my voice is going somewhere. Okay, yeah, get that done. Boom, another one, and then the final one here. Perfect. All right, we'll go get ourselves some more of the saplings. I got some of the stuff put away off of the truck. I got it all unloaded, so at least that's taken care of. The wheat looks terrible with all those dead weeds in there. That'll be fine. I didn't get any of the stuff taken care of. Oh, I did. So that second load of straw pellets was 16,600. I also bought us 24,000 liters of lime, kind of a bulk order, and that was $4,859. And then I also sold the 20 roosters and 70 chickens for $2,250, which I know we're going to get some chickens out to Sweden, but for now, that's what I just did for now, just to get rid of the roosters, because I wanted to get rid of those. So the chickens are still reproducing again. We'll probably hold off till next episode, maybe. Yeah, probably next episode, because I'm getting ready to wrap this one up until we take care of that. But yeah, so I'm going to plant these trees. Well, let's see actually how many rows we think we're going to get in here. That right here, I can do another row. I'm sure we can get 3 in. Okay, yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get all 4. Not 3, sorry, 4. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get 4 in. Okay, so I'm going to continue planting trees, and then I'll probably, I'll probably call that good. I'll see you guys in the next episode. So yeah, tomorrow, live stream tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless you are watching this in the future after it came out. But otherwise, that's what's going to go on. And we're also going to launch 2 Farmer Cop servers, multiplayer servers, that is, for people that are on the Discord. So feel free to tune in for that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button's up on your screen right now and down in the bottom right-hand corner for you. In addition to that, yeah, let me know what you think of the video down in the comments, and let me know if you think there's anything else we should do in the future. All right, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. Thank you, and thank you for watching.